Hi, this is Jon Wolfe again with the actual game portion of the replay now. So we're loading up the game and we can see here that Mono has grabbed Olaf, Zion has grabbed Lee Sin, Pixel is on Janna, Zig is on Kog'Maw, and we have Paradoxical playing Morgana, while we have I Will Dominate playing Mundo, Cutie Pie playing Ashe, Scar on Ryze, Locust on Soraka, and Voyboy on Vladimir. Just based on the characters, we know we're going to have Vlad and Olaf top, Lee Sin in the jungle, obviously, versus Dr. Mundo, Janna, Kog'Maw bot with Ashe and Soraka, and Ryze versus Morgana mid. And for the level 1 invade, I have to give it up for... They seem about even for their level 1 invades. They do have the snare from Morgana, and they don't really have much else besides a slow from Olaf's Q. While Soraka does have the same thing. Not Soraka, but Mundo has a slow, and Ryze has a snare as well. Neither one doing nearly as much damage as Dignitas's. But right here we see Dignitas coming in, and they ping down for Janna to put a ward down here bottom. And since this is a Olaf replay, not the spectator view, I can't see both sides of the team, so I'll only have to make best educated guesses on this. And I'm going to turn down that if I knew where it was. There we go. Alright, so we see Mono holding up here in this bush. And they're going to send Lee Sin to go check that top area. They think they're hanging out next to blue, and that CV only reveals Mundo. If they had moved it over just a little bit to right about... I can't ping while in spectator mode, or during the replay. So if they had moved it right about this area, they could have checked blue more often. They could have seen this part and this part, and it would have been a better, just a better CV overall. They didn't see anybody besides Mundo, and they know Kog'Maw's still in mid, right in that area. And Soraka's going to come up here and check. I think she's just going to put down a ward. No. It looks like she's bugging out. Yep, there's the ward. Okay. Replay is not doing that great. And they have gone ahead and stolen the raise, leaving one so that it would just put Mundo further behind later on. They're going to wait and try to steal this red as well. And they're pinging for Kog'Maw and Janna to come down here and check to make sure for the invade. And he just pokes his head in and checks to make sure golems are still there, and they are. So it's probable they haven't come in yet, but we don't know. They go ahead and steal red really fast. And they're going to head the lane. Everybody seems to be in their respective positions. Yep. Only person missing is their jungle. And you will see me tabbing the lot to check CS and items since I can't just look down at the bottom. Mundo has come in to steal the red. And he's going to take it and get out. But he's going to get pincered here by 4 of the team. And while Ryze is right here, there's nothing he can do to stop this death. So we know they're going to get that buff back. And that's going to put Mundo behind by death. Though that flash by Kog'Maw was really unnecessary. That kill was secured. And there was no reason for it. So that flash is going to be down for 5 more minutes. And they're just going to have to hope they don't get the trouble and need it. Because that will be a death if he gets caught out now. For that wasted flash. Sorry for my mouse work. Okay, so nothing much going on bottom, just a little bit of poke here and there. I can't see any health bars. And it doesn't look like anybody's ahead on CS. 8 to 11, so that's equally close. Nothing going on there. Just a little bit of back and forth trading, a little bit of glitching from the replay file. And we see Morgana just pushing up and getting those creeps and forcing Ryze to go to his tower, which early levels he can't do well. So it's a good play to feed experience at a tower and to feed minions at a tower. They CV and don't catch a red or a race, except now you see Mundo coming in right there at the last second, so they know he's going to go clean up this race. And no, nothing's going on bot, just a little bit of poke here and there. I don't think anybody's going to engage here. It's just... they're all too high up. Janna's a little bit out of position. She's going to take a lot of punish to this. Go down to about half, most likely. I'm waiting for HP Bar's update on the side. She looks to be okay. Everybody got out safe. Voyboy seems to be losing. Let's check CS. Okay, Voivoy's at 19, Olaf at 18. So he's actually up on CS against appearances to Lee Sin. Lee Sin is probably maxing his W shield, which has been very popular recently. Olaf comes from the gank from the Tri-Bush, and they're not going to get much besides a little bit of damage. Everybody leaves hurt. Now, I think that went in Voivoy's favor because of the AoE from his W. They're going to come back in, try this again, and see if they can't get a better result out of it. But I think it's just going to be the same again. They're really going, Zion wanted to dive there, and Nintendo did not want any of it. And so they had to back out and take a turret shot for no reason. But it looks like they're going to try again. And here we have Morgana coming up from down below, while they continuously try to point Voivoy out of the CS and keep him low a little bit while Morgana gets here. And if she can land this snare, that will be a dead Voivoy. Oh, but he pulls right below it, and he's safe. And they're just going to have to go back to mid with nothing. But they're still playing like they want to come in here. Let's keep watching. Yep, nope, he B's, and we're going to switch view down the bot lane to see if anything's going on. Let's check CS to see anybody was behind. 30 to 27. So Kog'Maw is up, and they look to be up on health as well. How many potions does everybody have left? Kog'Maw's got 1, while Ashe has 1 as well. Soraka still has wards, but I can't see their wards, so I don't know. Voivoy is going to continue farming this top lane while Lee Sin and Olaf are no longer camping that lane and trying to keep them there. And Mundo hasn't been spotted for a while, and I would expect the gank here soon. And I would expect it to go on bottom lane, but I really couldn't be sure. Because of that Tri-Bush ward, they will be pretty safe. He would have to camp out and this ward right here. But I doubt he would hang out there that long. Soraka's going to go ahead and ward, so we know Mundo's not around. We don't know, but we're pretty sure Mundo's not around anymore. But here comes Olaf to come in, but they know that they just put in a ward based on Soraka's position. And she will probably die to this gank, and there she goes due to the true damage. And it looks like Kog'Maw wanted to keep going, but that's not going to be nothing from that. They CV their blue and wolves to see the boat down, meaning Mundo will be around somewhere. And I would guess he's already at race or possibly golems, depending on his jungle speed. And we also have Vladimir missing. So we don't know where either one of those two are. Let's skip over the mid and check some CS. 40 to 41. But Ryze has more minions on the way, and there's Mundo. So we know he's just going to go ahead and clear his wolves now. Skara is winning technically via CS by based how much. But what are levels? 6 to 6. Everything just seems to be pretty even. He's got a couple CS lead, but it's not much. They get the snare and just grab Mundo really fast right there on that blind corner. And that was a great play by Mono. Now, Ryze is going to be able to get a little bit of damage on this tower as they don't come back, but it looks like he's following them down the river, or as possibly Bede. Dragon is going to reset, and they're going to catch it when he gets back inside. And I don't know if they're going to be able to grab this dragon this fast. It's a little bit early. Olaf doesn't have the amount of damage ready to go through and get this. Even with the Janna shield, I think they're going to have to peel off or switch to a Morgana tanking. But neither one of those optimal. He might die to the takedown burns. No, he's going to be okay, and they're going to keep going for it. And they're going to get this dragon thanks to Kog'Maw. And now we have a Ryze and a Mundo Mia. And we have an Ashe coming over the check, and they're going to see that everything's gone. Ryze is back, and they're going to want their blue buff. So that's where we know, and the ping's going out, and Mono knows as well. So, bot lane, looks like nothing's really going on. Due to the gold lead, though, from that dragon, they will be able to get further ahead if they decide to snowball this. But Kog'Maw has not been back to base, but Ashe has, so she's up on items. She's already got her Seeker's Graves and her Dorns. So she's up. But only until Kog'Maw base is, then it go back. We've seen the... Nope. I was wrong. I thought I saw Mundo gank going on top. But Voivoy's just going to go ahead and push Zion Spartan out due to that lifesteal and AoE damage and push this lane up into the tower and cause Voivoy to lose a lot of CS. And that's 52 to Vlad's 55. So he's not really losing that much. He's doing quite well for the long-term sitting they had up top with Olaf. And Morgana's going to come up here and want this gank, but I think they have a ward. Yes, they do, right there. No, that's Mono's. I can't see Dignitas's ward. Sorry. I really wish I could. I could tell you more about what's going on and why they're moving in their ways. We see Mundo come in and steal this big Wraith. Just going to smite and cleaver it out. And nothing's going to go on mid unless Mundo decides to come in, and so does Olaf. But they're both going to respectively leave and just go back to their jungles. Though I didn't see Mundo cross by a ward. He may be sitting in this bush, possibly recalled. But there's been a lot of darkness. I might have missed it. We see Kog'Maw and Janna finally went back to base and shopped. And we have Zion Spartan going in on Void Boy. I can't see HP bars. But Lee Sin seems to be pretty high, though, out of energy. Void Boy's losing this exchange right now. But I think he'll be okay. As long as he doesn't get too bold and keeps queuing up to get his regen back, he'll be okay. But here we have Olaf setting up for a gank. And they must have a ward in either River or Tribush, because he's seen and backed up every time Olaf has come to get this. Now, he's ready. They're going to tire dive. They're waiting here. And they have Olaf come up here and hold the lane. But that's not going to be that great, because he can still die due to both these people. But because of that exhaust, he should be... Nope. He got that... Lee Sin kick into the wall, which is basically a stun at that point. And he's going to W Olaf to keep him alive through that tower damage. And they're both going to walk out there low, but okay. And they're just going to go back home and shop and come back even stronger after that kill. And so that puts him at 4-0. 2 kills on Olaf and 2 assists. So he's been there for every kill so far. That's a good jungler right there. That's a sign of knowing how and where and when to be. And Lee Sin's only got an assist. Kog'Maw's got 2. And so Janna and Morgana are the other 2 people who have picked up kills so far. Looks like Zig has pushed his lane all the way up to Ashe's tower, hoping that she's going to lose a little bit of experience and CS to that tower. Because when minions don't die to a player and they die to tower, they don't give gold to the team, and you don't get experience for those kills. It's like you weren't there to get anything from them, even though you could have been standing right next to them. So it's a great tactic if you know the jungle... the enemy jungler will not be there to punish you, or the lane partners won't be there to punish you with a stun or such. And I'm pretty sure Ashe's arrow's down from that gank top where it came in. And Mundo's just going to hold and reset mid lane while Morgana B's. Not quite sure where Scar is with Rise. He probably went back to shop and is on his way back to lane. Let's check CS again. Ashe at 77. Kog'Maw is at 86. So Kog'Maw is winning this lane. And they have identical builds right now. Breakers, 3 Dorans. Though they still have a ward and potions. Though that's not going to change anything. We have a pink ward right here by Janna and Botbush to make sure that they're not getting any counter warding in. Or any warding in. And they're going to counter ward those wards away. And here we see Rise coming down. And he's just going to back up. I think he saw the ward or noticed that things were going wrong and that Morgana was going to follow. So he just turned around. Knew that they knew. Came back. And now we have Morgana missing. She's not... Nope, there she is. Okay, my mouse was just over. Let's see, who's winning mid lane? 85 to Scar's 95. So Rise is in the lead here if you don't count kills. And that 1 kill is technically putting Morgana in the lead in CS, a kill being worth about 18 to 19 CS. So Scar just a little bit behind. Nothing that can't be overcome and brought back. He's not too far down. Void Boy's going to try and clean up and freeze this lane here, but taking a whole lot of aggro from the minions. That's going to be really dangerous for him during this fight with Zion Spartan. But I wish I could get some health bars and tell how low everybody is, but I'm fairly certain. Yeah, he's losing that exchange pretty hard. He's not getting any damage in on Zion, and he's just Wing and life stealing it all back. And here he goes. I think... No, he won't get a couple more hits in via Q or ground slash. But Morgana's going to come up top, and they're going to try for that binding, but it's going to miss just barely as he walked around the back of the tower. Rise is going to go ahead and push this lane because Morgana's gone and see if he can't feed anything to the tower. Sorry about that. Hiccuped. While we see Kog'Maw has backed again. This time to buy a pickaxe. He's going to go for that early IE. And then probably into a Zeal slash Phantom Dancer, depending on how much money he has the 3rd time he backs after getting this IE. Unless he's just rich and he'll get it the 2nd time. Scar's going to try and grab this blue buff before they go for the dragon, which will be up in a couple minutes or to a minute. Forgot to check the timer for a perfect record. But we see here that Paradoxical does manage to steal that blue buff with the Tormented Soul and the Q hit, which is a great shot on their part. Nintendo just hanging out here with this Olaf. He wants to see them come down for this dragon. And he wants it too. Everybody is grouping up down here for this dragon. We have all 5 from Mono. And we have all 5 from Dignitas with Vlad just sitting there. Actually, I can't tell Dignitas. I assume everybody's nearby, but because they're not going in, I think they have 2 people at base buying. Yeah, they do. They have Soraka and Rise aren't there. So they're going to go ahead and pick up that Ashe kill just because she overextended and got snared and slowed. And that's just a very easy pickup. I think they're going to go ahead and try and get this Vladimir too. There's Rise. He's just going to... Oh, nope. Glitch Rise. There's Rise. And I don't think anything's going to happen here. He's spell immune right now, so Zion Spartan not taking any damage from that. Down bottom, they're chasing I Will Dominate and Locust up. Do it because it's Mundo and Soraka. You're not going to really get anything from that due to their massive regen without a whole lot more CC instead of just a slow. We do have 2 people missing on Dignitas for Mono right now, so they could get ganked, but I highly doubt that's going to happen. Especially with 3 people there, it would not be a wise idea. Kog'Maw's just going to keep trying to poke down this tower as fast as he can while Nintendo goes ahead and backs. And that keeps resetting my viewpoint every time he does that. So you have to forget that, everybody. And now we have Cutie Pie coming back after being dev. What did he purchase? He didn't get to buy anything. He doesn't have enough money probably to buy a pickaxe or even a crit cloak. So he just stuck with it and holds out and he'll buy something else later. Vladimir is just going to clean up that tower. What's that tower got? Replay says it's only lost a little bit of health, but you really can't trust this health bar. But I'm going to assume that's right. And so we have Kog'Maw at 120, Ashe at 107. Kog'Maw's winning bot lane. Rise at 130 with Morgana at 124 and a kill. So they're pretty much even with Morgana a little bit in the lead again. Vladimir at 120 while Zion Spartan is only at 99. So Vlad is winning top lane. If you don't count the 2 assists, even if you factor in the 2 assists, he is still winning by a couple creeps. So currently Vlad is more rich and therefore technically winning if you don't count damage to tower, which this one has none, his lane. And so he's going to go back and buy probably right now, and that's where he is, unless he's walking down river to come help save mid. Going to go back, and I would assume he's going to buy his Sork boots now. And Scar's going to come up, and they're going to give up on that tower, because that's just too dangerous having that Rise, Snare, and QR combo to just stay there and let that possibly happen while tower aggroes you. That'll be almost a guaranteed death. We do see Vladimir again, and he bought the Ion boots, so he's going for that low cooldown instead of that penetration, probably buy a Void Staff later on for Pen. Nintendo goes in on this, but I don't think they're going to get anything, but the Zion Spartan does a massive amount of damage with that ulti kick and that Q combo, but he's probably going to die to Mundo here. Picks it up due to Ignite, and Morgana's going to help out here, but she's going to die to both of these 2, and that's going to be a 2-for-1. Not a great trade by Mono. Even though it was a good idea at the beginning, they just lost it there at the end when Morgana went in there to help assist that. She could have just queued or tormented Soul of the Wall and gotten the same results, but she decided to walk with it. So not that great of a decision play, but not terrible. Mid tower almost gone. So Morgana's winning this fairly hard mid lane, just by a little bit of CS and a tower. But now that she's down a kill, who got that kill? I didn't see. Looks like Dr. Mundo got both of those kills, putting the total at 6-2 in Mono's favor. Which you can see a total gold count. The tower is going to take a little bit of damage from this and put it to about, say, a quarter down before Kog'Maw gets here to save this and clean it back up. And he's just going to leave this Castlemans there to take the tower aggro. He doesn't need them. Down in bot lane, we still have Cutie Pie farming up because she needs the cash. She's got 132 CS to Kog'Maw's 140, and Kog'Maw has a kill and 2 assists, putting him at roughly 160 to 170 CS in total. That's about 40 above her. So you don't want to be that far behind. And did she back to shop? I would love to see what she buy if she did, if she comes back on. Voidboy and Zion Spartan up here just farming. Trying to check to see if anyone was going to go in here before I keep reading the CS. 150, the Zion's 118. So Voidboy is definitely getting the CS advantage all over Zion. And he seems to not want to fight right now. I don't really know why. He could possibly win this, but he appears to be too afraid. Vladimir's health, according to the replay file up top, is about at half, while Zion's is about at a quarter, and he must be W queuing lifesteal that back up, and that's why Voidboy is not wanting to go in here. He's queuing up quite a lot, though, from his W and Woda, And with these Ion Boots, he's going to be able to put that up as much as he can. Mono, though, is saying that they have somebody coming up from mid lane, probably Skara, to help win that Zion fight for top. But after those pings, nobody's going to want to hang around there, and Zion's pretty much going to give that up. Unless he's going to go back in expecting Rise not to show up. Had they seen him before? In the meantime, during that brawl, they're going to... Mono's going to go ahead and grab that first tower, and there's Rise. So he didn't walk up top to save lane. He went up and shopped and bought a... It looks to be like he bought the chain vest and the catalyst. I didn't really remember, but I think that's right for what he just purchased. Right here, Cutie Pie gets caught out and will just absolutely get dominated by all that damage potential from Paradoxical's Q, Ziggs's auto attacks, and Nintendo's true damage. And they're going to go ahead and wait for this dragon to respawn right now. And it'll be up in a couple seconds while Zion Spartan pushes Voidboy back to his tower and wants to go in. But I wish I could see some health bars right now, but I don't have anything to update on. That's not even moving, so I can't trust those. Mono goes ahead and CVs their blue to see where everybody is. We know we have somebody over here. I don't remember who. It was Mundo. And we have Soraka right up in here. So they know they have 3 here. And because it's Mundo and he has Smite, they could definitely Smite steal the dragon if Nintendo screws up. And they did it. Mundo Smite steals that dragon, and they're all going to get out because they fear that Cutie Pie and everybody else is returned, though Cutie Pie is actually over here farming up this tower. I don't know what. They could have gotten Mundo had they gone in. They were just afraid of something. They were afraid of the ghosts that were not there. Scar's going to go ahead and just keep meandering about mid lane while Zion Spartan takes his CS because he's very far behind. Rise is gone. He's probably going to go bottom here and try and catch out. Nope, there's nothing. He's on the same team. Sorry about that. I thought for a second there, Cutie Pie and Scar were on the opposite teams. So we got 2640 Dragon Timer. And in that time, I think we're going to see 2 more team fights. 1 before and 1 at the next dragon. If they decide not to go for a Baron anytime in between. But I don't think Mono's ahead enough to just go ahead and do a dragon. Right now we have Paradoxical and Janna setting up. Janna having that Oracle is over here ward clearing. I don't know if she saw that one. She didn't. She didn't see this ward right here. It's probably in that blind spot from this corner. And it's a very nice trick to just put a ward right there. And I guess right here too, but right there. And the Oracles won't see it when they just walk up into this area. They just walk here. They won't see it because of the blind of the curve. Voidboy up here, holding down his lane of designs, pushing it up to the tower. I can't tell if he got any damage on. While Skara and Dominator just meandering about their own jungle, checking to make sure they're not going to lose anything in the near future. Unfortunately, Voidboy gets caught out by the Q snare and Tormented Soil, and he's probably going to, yeah, he's definitely going to go down here. And there he goes, really fast due to that Q again, and that, no, the Zion, the Lee Sin's Q didn't even hit him. So it was all Morgana there. The W is going to get Lee Sin out of that danger zone. Morgana's going to land another beautiful Q to stop that Mundo from coming in. And Soraka just totally out of position. Janna almost dead. And there's going to go... Oh, Zion Spartan is going to get that shield. I think he has a Hex Drinker. Lee Sin finally gets taken out after having such low health. It's pretty predictable. And they're just going to meander down and see if they can't take this mid tower for that win of a team fight, trading 1 for 3. Yeah, 3, because Voidboy just came back up. Very good trade, though it was very scary. At 2 points, they could have lost and equaled him out. And Scar's just going to get destroyed here for being completely out of position. He just saw them go around that corner and just had to chase. And it looks like that ward, no, that ward's going to be okay. I thought it just expired because the camera moved over and I lost vision of it. They're going to rush this Baron, and it's going to be very, very dangerous. Because if they screw up their attack order, they're going to get taken. But they're going to do it just fine. And they're going to grab that 23-minute dragon. Or not 23-minute Baron. And that's going to be up at 32 minutes. And with this Baron buff, they're going to see if they can push in and get at least 1 tower. They want 2 for every Baron buff they get. And that's a great trade. Or a great execution and use of a Baron buff to get 2 towers from it. So they're all going to base and buy with their newfound cash. Let's check everybody's CS. Lee Sin's at 165, so he's definitely brought it up from earlier. He's now still 40 CS, 30 CS down from Vladimir's 198. And it looks like Mundo is winning in jungle creep clearing with having 122 to Olaf's 97. But Olaf has 3 kills and 6 assists, putting him far in the gold lead above Dr. Mundo. But Dr. Mundo doesn't really need that much cash to be okay. He just needs to get his levels up and get his HP. They CV blue and see 4 members of Dignitas there grabbing that. And so they're very safe, and Lee Sin, Zion Spartan taking this tower. And they're all going to push up mid and keep them here. And see if Zion Spartan can't get another one for it. Because if he can get 2 towers for free just by keeping everybody in Dignitas here, that'll be a very good trade, even if they don't get this tower. However, they're going to send Vladimir top to stop that push, and Zion Spartan's just going to come down and join his team for mid tower while they push him out. Oh, and the Q catches Soraka, so they won't be able to push forward and silence anybody that decides to come in, especially that Morgana or that Olaf, who they really want to keep quiet. And they're going to get about that tower about half down just from that one wave push. So on the next wave, that tower could go down if Dignitas is not in position. And there goes a good cleaver and a turret shot to hit on Lee Sin, but he's just going to regen that up thanks to Baron buff before they even go back in. The Q from Paradoxical does miss. However, they get the tower regardless for no cost. So that's 2 towers for a Baron buff, and that's golden opportunity right there. That's using your Baron buff perfectly. You did everything you could with it, and now it's paid for itself in all sorts of ways. And they're going to come down here and grab this bot tower too, and that's looking like it's going to be a free tower as well. I don't think Dignitas is going to be able to stop that one either. It's going to take a great play. They wanted blue, but they checked and saw it was indeed gone, so they're just going to go ahead and take this tower. Kog'Maw doing all the damage, absolutely eating through that tower. And top is also automatically pushing toward this tower, and so that's going to take a little bit of damage as well. They're all grouping up here, and they want this tower. They want that 4th tower for Baron buff, though it's only got a third, a little bit left. Yeah. So they have plenty of time left to try for this tower. Kog'Maw's eating through this tower again, while Zion Spartan's here creating difficulty. And they're going to get it before anybody can stop them. And Dignitas really wants to engage here. If they can get an engage, get 2 kills without anybody dying, that would be a great play by them. But they seem to have missed it. Nobody has the Shirelius as far as I'm aware. Nope. It looks like Mundo, no, yeah, Mundo might be on his way to building it, but I doubt it. I think Soraka is going to end up building that one. And so that's 4 towers for this Baron buff. And Morgana caught, looks like caught Cutie Pie out of position. I'm sorry I didn't see that. I didn't expect it to happen. I was just unexpected. And they're going to go ahead and take this free inhibitor now that their AD carry is down. And this is looking decidedly in Mondo's favor. I doubt Dignitas is going to come back and win this game. It would take a very good ace by them and a follow-up 2 towers and a second ace to put them back in this game, and that's very far stretch for how in the lead Mono is right now. Look at the CS. We got Zion at 202 now to Vladimir's 220. He's catching back up, still a little bit behind, though he has 1 kill and 4 assists, so now he's technically in the lead for cash. I can't see total gold values because of the current replay file. Kog'Maw and Janna just went ahead and grabbed that while top tower is going to get pushed in by these minions. And if I could see an HP, yes, that's going to go down to half before anybody gets there. But that's no big deal. That's nothing for the 4 towers they already got, and that won't even get taken down. So that's perfectly safe. This is a great game by Mono, and it's just a few tiny mistakes Dignitas has made that's cost them this game right now. Ashe is at 190 CS to Kog'Maw's 180, and Kog'Maw only has 1 more kill and 4 assists. Yeah, so Kog'Maw is definitely in the lead. He's a whole item ahead. He's got the PhD already to Ashe's just the dagger. And so it's the 2 dragons, or 3 dragons, and the Baron that's giving them this extra gold and putting Kog'Maw at such a dangerous level of having a PhD and an IE already. That's just going to be an unstoppable force. So they're going to have to focus Kog'Maw down first, and this is going to have to turn into by Mono protect the Kog'Maw if they decide to go for it. And with a Morgana and Olaf as a Lee Sin and a Janna, that's a very doable protect the Olaf team composition right there. So Kog'Maw is just going to sit in the back and attack everything, and while using his ulti to poke down and give vision primarily. Because his ulti's not going to be doing that much due to him being an AD and not AP Cog. It's just going to be for vision and that slight amount of poke. And as you can see now, they're showing more because of Skarra having that vision. And Cutie Pie taking a whole lot. Oh! Getting caught by the Q and then an ulti from Kog'Maw, putting him really low. But Kog'Maw has almost no mana, not enough to put out a slow spittle. And so this is a really dangerous moment. They wouldn't be able to disengage if Dignitas decided to go in. And Dignitas only half decided to engage there, where a full engage was going to be needed to get anything from that. And so they're just going to give up this bottom tower and let Skarra and Locust try and protect it, while Vladimir, Voidboy, comes down here to stop these super minions Mission from pushing down this inhibitor. Oh, it went down before he could stop it. That's too bad. If they could have got it before it died, they would have regened over time. But this looks like it's just going to be the end. This is going to be a GG by Mono, unless Dignitas can push them back out. And they will, though being down an inhib and another inhibitor tower, and with minions already at this tower, they're probably going to lose that one as well, just due to minion force. So Cutie Pie is going to come down there and save that tower while they let Mono just disengage and back off. Everybody's going to back and buy with some cash, and then come back even more powerful. This is, I don't see how Dignitas can come back and win this. This is going to need an ace plus a Baron into a straight just base rush. They couldn't even take the outer towers. They'd have to just go down straight down mid in order to win this. Dominate's going to go out and he's going to check this Baron. He wants to put a ward down inside just so they know when they're going over. I think Janna still has her oracles. Yes, she does. I don't think she's died after losing that. And if she has, she's rebought it with all the extra cash they have. Cutie Pie is going to clear out this mid, and then they're all going to group up and try and have this Baron fight go successfully for them. Though, honestly, Dignitas does not want to fight Mono right now. They want Mono to start Baron, take a little bit of damage, get trapped in that circle, and then Ash Arrow can come in while Ryze can simply ulti over the wall and snare everybody while queuing, and Vladimir can lay down his ulti, increasing all the damage from all that. But Dignitas is just giving up. They back too far out. Nothing they can do. Dominate's going to try and set over here with Mundo and see if he can either Q steal or flash in and steal this Baron. He's going to have to do it right now, and it's gone due to the flash from Nintendo. And they're just going to walk in, and this is going to be GG. There's almost no way Dignitas could stop this. Even with their inhibitor back up in the next couple seconds, the minions are already going to be in there. They still have 2 waves of super minions there, and plus another one just spawning. And so that's 3 waves of super minions there, or 1 there, 2 on the way. And that's a whole lot of push with a Baron upped Mono. And this is just going to be GG. Nothing really Dignitas can do anymore. That's 2 inhibitors down. Normal minions are now more powerful than cannon minions for Mono. Oh, and it's going really well for him right now. Voidboy's trying to get... Oh, he couldn't get Zion Spartan or Pixel. And so Dominate's just going to try and come up here and do just last death throws things. And it's just, that's GG. Cutie Pie, everybody, that's going to be the Dignitas ace by Mono. And they're going to take this last tower. And that's GG, well played. And Mono's going to take a game.